I think that whatever situation she was in, I think it was bad. I do believe that Lashaya was being trafficked.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Milk Carton series. I'm your host, Stephanie, if you are new, and as always, we thank you guys for tuning in. Today's episode focuses on 16-year-old Lashaya Stine, who disappeared from Aurora, Colorado. She disappeared on July 15th of 2016 and has not been seen since. Now, like all the other cases, I've never heard of Lashaya's case, and it honestly breaks my heart just to read about her, to see different footages from her mother, and just learning a little bit about her from what I did find. Now, at the time of her disappearance, Lashaya stood at 5'6", weighing around 150 pounds. She had black to brown hair, and it was very long, which it had been stated she would often wear it in a bun. Lashaya also had a round-sized scar on her chest. Now, I'm going to read what the FBI stated that she was last seen wearing, because there was two different reports, and I want to make sure I give it to you guys accurately. The FBI stated she was last seen wearing a black V-neck shirt, black stonewashed jeans, silver hoop earrings, and a silver watch on her left arm. There's also been some reports that she may have wore a white shirt in dark capris or shorts. Now, at the time of her disappearance, right, as I read, it stated that there was a video footage that popped up showing Lashaya walking down the street around 2 in the morning on July 15th, right? And it had been stated she was set up to meet a boy. Now, there hasn't been any description of this boy. There hasn't been any information if she knew this boy prior or if she had met him online. There hasn't really been any information regarding that. All we know is that Lashaya disappeared, and that was the last time anyone has ever seen her. Now, her mother, Sabrina, states that she was met with bad influence, meaning that this boy that she met up with most likely human trafficked Lashaya.
I'd be so afraid for somebody to tell me that she was deceased, but now I'm at this point now where whatever it is, please, somebody just help me find out what happened to her.
And that honestly breaks my heart to know. And as I begin to read more about Lashaya, it had been stated that she was a bright young girl. She had so much ahead in her future. She was an honor roll student, and she sounded like, honestly, a really good teenager. And we could say all day long, well, you know, why was she trying to meet up with a young boy? You were once a teenager. And I think a lot of people lack empathy when we discuss teenagers and we discuss their disappearance. You know, a lot of people believe that they're often runaways, and sometimes that is the case, but oftentimes it is not. Now, as I began to read and learn more about Lashaya's mother, Sabrina, I read that a lot of people tried to play with Sabrina, meaning they would make up false accusations. They would send her misinformation regarding Lashaya's disappearance.
And was threatening us basically that if we didn't send the money, what she would do to her. And I was about to send the money. I lost my mind that day. And even when detectives told me they believed it was a scam, I was mad at them. I was like, no, it's not. They're not going to tell me this is a scam.
3 different times and 3 different schemes, all wanting money.
And honestly, that breaks my heart in its whole entirety. Like, I don't think people realize when you try to taunt or scam someone's loved one, you are breaking their heart all over again because they are desperate to know what has happened to their loved one. And that honestly is such the scary thing about missing person cases. And a lot of people would laugh, I guess, about Lashaya disappearing or potentially being human trafficking. And I'm trying to figure out what's so hilarious about someone being human trafficked, because it could be your kid. It could be your loved one.
It's okay for somebody to traffic her from one state to the next. You think that's all right? How would you feel if I never find her and you had a part in that somehow? I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing that somebody's daughter was missing for almost 6 years and I knew something about it and I could have saved that girl.
And I don't think people understand the reality of human trafficking. Like, it's way deeper than what you see on a movie, okay? And as I began to further read more about Sabrina, she had stated in news articles that She honestly just wants to know what has happened to her daughter, Lashaya. You know, she had gotten to the point where she used to be scared of the bad that may come with finding Lashaya, but she honestly just wants answers. And I think that's all anyone ever wants. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to know what has happened to your child, regardless of the manner, regardless if she left on her own accord. You deserve to know, Sabrina, what has happened to your child. Now, law enforcement have searched tirelessly to search for Lashaya, doing public searches, many investigating, people to see if maybe they have seen Lashaya. And honestly, the only thing that they have turned up is that people said they seen Lashaya alive or she was potentially human trafficked. And that just doesn't bring any new information further regarding or surrounding her disappearance. Now, various tips did come in, like I said, regarding her disappearance, saying that they seen her around a motel with a man, and this would potentially be human trafficking, and she might be in different areas of Colorado or even out of the state, like many human traffickers do. There was a tip that I read that came up and said that a girl actually was with Lashaya and noticed the scar on her chest. But unfortunately, like I said, there has been no leads surrounding Lashaya's disappearance, or if in fact Lashaya was actually at any of these motels or places that people have called in on tips. It's truly sad that Lashaya still disappeared, and honestly, I know a lot of people are stuck on the human trafficking thing, but we also have to take a look at predators that live in the area as well, especially leaving the house around 2 in the morning. Predators are everywhere. Doesn't matter the time or the day, they're everywhere. So I'm often wondering, as I've seen a news clip, that they were searching like a vacant home to see if it was Lashaya. Now, I haven't found any reports to say that it was indeed her. But as always, we will, share what we find. It's truly sad, and I hope that more information turns up regarding her disappearance, because like I said, everyone deserves to know what has happened to their loved one and to figure out where they are. As always, guys, we share what we find. It breaks my heart. And as I was trying to learn more about Lashaya, I've read that she actually had a job interview the next day. So there wouldn't be a reason why she would run away. You know what I mean? And regardless of if she's, sneaking out the house, this is what teenagers do. And it's just truly sad. And it's why it's also very important that we have to talk to our children about the consequences to our actions. I don't want to say that. That's why it's also important that we have to talk to our children about safety and to being fully aware of our surroundings, no matter the time or the day, because you just never know what can happen. As always, I'm sending the family love and light, and I hope that new information turns up regarding Lashaya Stine's disappearance, and sending her mother so much love. As always, guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.
And there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about her. Not one day.